Yung kaninang first round, ang ating question and answer, ang ating topic with Chris Chu ay yung sports, no? Tungkol sa sports. Paano nagsimula, no? Galing, no? Tapos ang ganda ng tingin niya sa sports, kailangan na kailangan daw ng kabataan ng sports because of the values it teaches. Ngayon naman, ang pag-uusapan natin ay love life. Relationships kasi ideal and good example yung love life ni Chris Chu. Ang tagal-tagal nila nung girlfriend nila, tas siya lang ang girlfriend niya, and they remained pure until their marriage, no? So, ano ang mga advices sa atin ni Chris Chu? Panoorin natin ang round 2 of my interview with Chris Chu of Ateneo of Gilas, Pilipinas, and Rain or Shine. Go, Chris Chu! Go, go, go! Another issue ng mga kabataan or concern ng kabataan aside from sports is relationships.
Yes.
So, doon na ako balak pumunta nitong mga set of
Sige po, Father.
You have been applauded and I have watched yung mga videos mo on this for your stand on chastity before marriage. No, why do you think it is important? Kasi you're a beacon of light on this.
Well, that's good to hear, no? It's something I feel strongly about because for many reasons, no? It's always hard to explain this, especially more so nowadays, no? Amongst the young ones. But for me, I feel like that the marital act is something that's very sacred and personal, and we shouldn't just be giving it away, unless we're fully committed to one person under the sacrament of marriage in the eyes of God, and what's the word? Parang not sanctioned by God, but we're basically married in the sacrament of matrimony. And once we have that commitment, then we can give ourselves fully and show our fullness of our love through that act. But to prematurely say that we love someone and we want to engage in premarital sex, to me is, I think, a something that is parang sayang yung ganda ng gift na yon, no? If it's gonna be just given away to someone who you don't have a solid official commitment to, no? So it's like, I don't know what kind of analogy, but if it's something very special to you, let's say a championship ring that you worked so hard for, and let's say yung Ateneo championship ring ko in my senior year as captain, and the UAP, and of course I'd like to give it to someone whom I know who is maybe my daughter or my son or my wife, who I know I have a lifelong bond with, no? You're not gonna give it to just
Anybody.
a friend, anybody, or even a friend for that matter. I don't know, kung hindi ka pa sure, you have to be really sure, and the only way is if you make it official nga through the sacrament of matrimony. So that's my belief, and nowadays many people may not agree with it, but I feel like it is extra special when it's given to your wife, who you made that, both of you made that commitment to live a life in union together for eternity. So
do you agree among your friends na napansin mo ba to sa kanila, na ako napapansin ko actually yung mga relationships na not into premarital sex, parang mas malalim yung saya nila?
Honestly, I don't know yet, pero I don't have like clear evidence, but from what I'm observing, just a general observation, yes, I feel like, well, first of all, I don't know exactly who's but we have an idea, more or less, and you can see that the relationship is very, the married now, the relationship is very solid, they're very close to one another, They share values that I would say they value the things that that give them like lasting happiness, yung not just, let's say, material things or things that can be fleeting, so and because of that, because they value things that give them, this parang authentic happiness, I feel like if the relationship is deeper, it's more solid, na parang konting crack lang or konting problema, hindi basta they'll give up and hiwalay, diba? It's like they're willing to, work it out, to forgive each other, and to, to make it, because they know how to they know what is important in life. They know what it is that we should value. So, may ganyang akong observation din among friends nga.
Yeah.
So it's good that you mentioned that, Father, because I don't have any evidence or scientific studies that show that. Pero
sa mga estudyante kasi namin, napapansin na pagka they have been doing it, sila yung mga nagbe-break or pag laging nag-aaway. Kasi may tendency maging possessive na yung girl, lalo na. Kasi nabigay na niya yung sarili niya. May tendency siyang maging protective, and may tendency rin siyang maging hihingi pa more of attention and time, such that kasi nabigay na niya yung dapat so personal,
something that is so intimate and personal.
Yeah. Kaya nagiging ang daming pero relationship na hindi pa nagagawa yun, actually mas free sila, mas peaceful, mas light, mas focus on concern, mas focus dun sa kamusta ka na, ano na nangyayari sa'yo, rather than I need something from you to enjoy. Ano yung tips mo for young people to be able to preserve purity or not engaging into this?
Okay, I think one very practical tip is to avoid occasions of sin, or avoid occasions of getting into such situations. Opportunity, diba? If we are always with friends, with a group of friends, if we avoid occasions where you're just alone or in with one person, where it could lead to that, diba? I mean, we're humans, syempre we're weak then, diba? And if we're tempted, it could lead to that. So as much as possible, avoid na tayo ng temptation, if we can. Even, let's say with things we see now on the internet or TV, diba? It could be also a big temptation and make us, desire, the same thing. So that's one. I think another tip would be to focus your passion and time on something that you feel strongly about, an art, like a music instrument, like you said, music, sports, a project, a cause, helping a community, studies, your church. There are many things. And I feel if you're really so engaged and so devoted to that thing, it will keep you away from things like that. That's one. And then siguro yung important to try to be deliberate in getting to know the other person, your friend, as a friend, and develop a friendship. Especially when you're young, it's friendship, diba? It starts with that, and I think it becomes a little more romantic, and you become closer. I'm a girlfriend, boyfriend, talaga. But at the end of the day, it's really getting to know the other person. And if you're thinking about marriage, think about their families and their friends. And at the end of the day, when you're married na, yun pa rin naman ang magbaband sa inyo together. People think, pag nagpakasal na, wala na, yun na yun. No, it's still a constant relationship building, making your relationship, stronger. But maybe your priorities are different already because you're married, diba? But ganun pa rin, that yung relationship ninyo is so important. And I think it also helps that you are both you have God in your lives, and God is a priority. Getting to know God is also a priority in your relationship.
Thank you.
Yeah.
nasabi mo na avoid opportunities, no? Na mafo-fall kayo dun sa temptation. And then, yung pangalawang sinabi mo, focus on your passion or on your passion like a sport, an art, a music. Ang gagandang tips nun. And
School.
then, school, focus on getting to know the other person. And then the last is having God at the center of the relationship. So, big thanks for this. And I'm sure ibang dating pagkagaling sa mga people who have
ganun ba?
And who have done it like you.
And I want to add one thing, Father. No? If it so happens that nagkamali ka or you fell into temptation, don't feel like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
And don't think that you're gonna be judged by God or by others. Start again. It's a continuous struggle.
Correct.
It's the beauty of the sacrament of reconciliation. We talk to God, and if we're truly sorry, diba? We ask for forgiveness, we start again. And in life, ganun naman. We make mistakes again and again, but our God is infinitely merciful, which is so beautiful. We have God like Him. Importante siguro is we acknowledge that na may pagkukulang tayo, and we try to get better and better. Like in sports, diba? We try to keep getting it better. We keep falling, keep failing, pero subok lang. And ako, ganun din ako. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Ito lang. And I keep struggling lang and just keep trying to become a better person in career and family and even in my spiritual life.
Chris, honestly, kinilabutan ako doon. Natouch ako doon sa sinabi mo about starting again. Magkamali ka man, just start again. And yun yung value actually ng sacrament of confession. Thank you. Ganda. So beautiful. Narinig ko yung kwento mo about yung sa wife mo no? Nung grade 5 yata kayo or elementary. Basta siya yung sumama ka sa outing nila, no? Tapos siya yung unang pumansin sa'yo. Tapos from then on, naging magkaibigan na kayo. So, 11 years kayo, no? Before you got married. How...
13 actually, Father.
13.
13 years. Yes.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Kindly help young people yung paano nila malalaman na they want to transition na to a next level in their from friendship. Paano ko kailan mo siya linigawan nung from magkaibigan lang kayo?
Believe it or not, niligawan ko siya high school pa lang. Actually, grade 6 magkaibigan na kami.
Yes.
Oo. Pero hindi ko naman siya niligawan right away, right there. It's actually I found her kabarkada pretty. Isang kabarkada niya. Tapos, I got to know her. And then, niligawan ko siya mga high school. Pinahirapan niya ako matagal. Bago, ilang years din, bago naging kami, boyfriend, girlfriend. And then, we also had our on and off parts of our relationship. Kami break, balikan, gano'n. Sa tagal man ng 13 years, diba? But I think that was healthy also because it allowed us to, get to meet other people, even if it wasn't an official girlfriend or boyfriend, diba? Just to know more about the other gender, I think it also give you a clearer idea of kung who is or what kind of lifetime partner you would want, what kind of person you'd want as the mom of your kids, diba? I think, and then when you get older, when you become closer and you start to know more about the other person, and you reach a stage in your life na you're starting to think about settling down, diba? Baka may trabaho na kayo, you're both of age na, no? And then you start, thinking more and observing more, like about the personality, about the traits of yung boyfriend or girlfriend mo, kung kung is this the person that you could live with for the rest of your life, kasi lifelong commitment yan. Is she or he aligned with you more or less with the basic values that you feel strongly about, and then as a mother, do you see qualities in her that could be a mother to your kids and would raise your kids to become virtuous and good Christians also, diba? And then I think if you pray a lot and you also you reflect a lot, you'll know when it's the right time and if it's the right person. So I guess I also was at a stage
What made you feel na, tara, pakasal na tayo?
I think there was also one event in our careers, no, that served as parang the tipping point na okay, ito na yung catalyst, no. I think it's best for now that I propose na, kasi kung hindi pa, baka it will become detrimental na to the relationship. So that, for at least for me, that was the but my advice siguro, if you're in that stage, don't decide when you're so emotionally high, when you're so in love, when you're so because you can be clouded, your judgment can be clouded. I think let all the highness and the feeling of strong emotion, when it settles, when it subsides, when the fog clears and you can see the real picture of the landscape, ganun. So pag hindi ka na super madly in love with each other, that's parang things are good but you're still happy. You're happy. She's a great friend, she's a great person, and you can see the rest of your life with that person. Then sige, diba, baka siya na nga yun, and pray. So yun na, marami kasi na parang yun nga, that sometimes maaga pa, diba, and then sobrang emotionally the romance is so hot, diba? They're so madly in love, but sometimes that fades, diba? That feeling fades.
Hindi pwedeng short lang, no? Yung relation, dapat matagal. Let time, no, to purify also parang ganun yung nakita ko sa relationship niyo. You allow time to purify and purify and purify your relationship, to deepen and such that yung sabi mong infatuation, yung high emotions, wala, nag-away, nagbate, away, but you got to yourself, no? Anong naging role ni God sa perseverance ninyo so far?
I think yun nga, yung being able to forgive one another, because in a relationship, lalo na if you're married, no, there will always be arguments or things that you would disagree about, and it's important to be able to forgive the other person, and we forgive because our Father forgives us, diba? Our Father is merciful, that's why we should be merciful. Forgiveness, understanding, and patience. I'm saying all these things, baka wala nang gusto magpakasal niyan, baka matakot sila. Pero hindi, it's fun, no? I mean, the good times are there, diba? And that there's no problem. When times are good, the sunny days, wala problema. It's easy to be married, to be a father, and all that. But it's at times then when you're having these difficulties nga, that will make you question, did I marry the right person? Is it right that I got married pa and all that? Baka better hiwalay na lang tayo. Alam mo, nowadays, everything that we want, we get, diba? So parang, ayaw na, break na, hiwalay na, gano'n, diba? So I think it's important nga that we are also close to God and that we develop that virtue of forgiveness. But at the same time, there should be a willingness nga to improve, both parties. That's why I said it's always important na maging humble tayo and always striving to become better as persons, because we make mistakes, but doesn't mean that we keep making those mistakes. Diba? Of course, we try not to do it again. Pero yun nga, we must learn to, forgive one another and work on your relationship also. Kasi even if you're married nga, it's constant, development and honing of that relationship. Lalo na when we have kids now, sometimes yung priority and focus parati na sa anak, na yung relationship ninyo, mag-asawa, ay minsan hindi na kayo masyadong nag-uusap o nagko-communicate ng maayos. Kaya yung advice din sa amin ng mga counselors or mga my experience is to set a time na date night kayo lang. Like once a week, date night kayo lang, wala mga bata, di ba? Para pa rin kayo is to communicate and hindi na neglect. We try, yes. Ngayon lang pandemic, medyo mahirap kasi sa bahay, hindi mga bata, but we make an effort to do that. Tuwing
nagkakasal ako, yun ang advice ko, concrete advice ko, na mag-date kayo once a month sa mansari nyo without the kids.
Tama. Ako,
and then
agree.
Pray together before you sleep.
Yes, prayer. Oo. Kami, we pray together every day. Ngayong pandemic, we pray with with my in-laws and my family also.
Okay.
The rosary every day via Zoom, WhatsApp. No, I think
Galing.
there's one thing this pandemic did. It brought us closer and more
Galing.
prayerful. Kahit pa paano. But yeah,
Nakakatuwa.
we do also pray together. Sometimes, I'm medyo I become delinquent, pero yeah, try lang. That's why I'm good that nandyan si Macy's kasi siya yung
Talaga?
mas disciplined and mas consistent dyan pagdating sa prayer. Siya
galing.
yung naghahatak sa akin and nag-remind sa akin. Oo, even pag
Galing.
online mass, minsan nakaupo lang ako, minsan nakahiga. No, you have to treat it like a mass. You should stand up,
Galing.
standing, dress properly, di ba? And I
Galing.
thank her for that kasi yun, may tendency nga akong ganyan.
Yan ang ganda ng buhay mag-asawa, no? Merong somebody who could pull you up to remember what is right and what is good, no? At yun ang nagagawa ni Mrs. Mo sa'yo. And I'm sure ikaw din, to some aspects siguro sa kanya. I'm sure young people who have heard what you said on relationships will be guided, no? Because nakakontribute tayo for their good on relationships.
I hope so. Kasi that's my pamangkin. I mean, I'm not really fond of parang yung preaching style, especially to the young ones now. Parang it's hard to preach things, no. But for me also, I look for examples when I'm trying to make a decision or before I'm unsure about something. I try to read up and look for people I'd like to emulate, or thoughts, ideas from wiser people, and then that's when I make a decision. So I'm not saying my way is the right way or anything.
Yeah.
But, it's what helped me. It's what seems to be working naman so far, and I'm happy. I think at the end of the day, we all want to be happy, and so these are the things that I subscribe to, and hopefully, and I think naman it's a formula that seems to be working, and hopefully the younger ones will be able to learn something from our little chat today.
Yes.
And also,
I'm sure they will.